Funny. On the air with us right now is Rockin' Ron Schnell. Rockin', you there?
Rockin', this show's been a disaster, man.
Where is he?
Rockin' Ron Schnell,
Oh my God,
with you. It's
there
23
he is.
minutes past 12 o'clock.
How is Guelph, Rockin'?
Well, I can give you a forecast. Today we've got flurries, the local blowing snow up to 2 centimeters of snow today. Tonight, flurries ending, then clearing. Local blowing snow again. High winds, 40 kilometers per hour, gusting up to 60. Currently, it's 2.0 degrees downtown Guelph, but it's blazing hot here on Blaze Radio Online.
He's doing that voice, Jeremy.
I know.
It's incredible.
I told you.
He sounds exactly like the, I believe it's
The ASU.
Tim
What?
Healy for
Yeah.
ASU.
That's. I was hoping for a little better than that. Okay.
It sounded...
Brockmeyer.
Jim Brockmeyer. Rockin', do you watch Brockmeyer?
Never heard of him.
It's not a good show, but it's kind of funny. It's really honestly terrible. Like, and Jeremy and I have talked about how, like, not good it is. It's just, like, the guy Brockmeyer
And I
is...
sound exactly like him. Well, thanks so much for that compliment.
Yeah,
Brockmeyer.
but no, the
Exactly
guy Brockmeyer
exactly
is
like
funny.
a not good mid-market radio guy. Wonderful.
Hey, he was
Mid-market.
He was not on the mid-market.
I would say, like, lowest market possible.
No, but he was in he was in the big time. What was he with, the Cleveland Indians maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
Was.
Kansas City Royals.
Keyword is was.
Yeah, and then he had a drunken bender and talked about his wife.
Allegedly. Let's not get sued here. Come on.
Sorry, Brockmeyer.
So Rockin', one thing I've been very hard on Jeremy, and I was just very hard on Jeremy, and I feel bad for it.
You have a list. You have a list of questions for me. I understand.
I do have a list of questions for you.
All right.
So
Go
when
ahead, Bobo. Let's hear it.
When Jeremy and I get into an argument, and I think I'm right about something, and he thinks he's right about something. He always says, "But my dad says it's right. My dad says it's right." And so I'm just like, I was like, Jeremy, is your dad ever wrong about anything? And he said no, and I said, okay.
Except for when he's talking about the Panthers' playoff chances, he thought it was 0%.
Yeah,
But
well,
it's actually only 2%.
Honestly, it really is 0%.
It's actually only 2%.
Okay, but I think I'm gonna say Rockin' was right on that one. But Rockin', do you ever make mistakes, or are you just perfect?
Well, first of all, let me just say, why don't you guys just get married already? Because we're tired of waiting. Second of all, have you ever known me to be not right in any of these arguments that you've had?
When was the last time Rockin' Ron was wrong?
I don't know. Should we put it on the poll? Is at Ronnie Schnell ever wrong?
I'm just asking because you've experienced this with him saying, "My dad says this, my dad says that."
I don't think so. I don't think that you've ever been wrong, but I just want to know.
Here's the thing.
I want to know if you're ever wrong at anything ever.
Here's the thing with Rockin' Ron, though. Like, rockin' wrong. But he told me when I was very young that your father is the smartest man in the world, and I believe that, and I'm forever going to believe that.
What I really said, I mean...
That's exactly what you said. Don't try and sugarcoat it now.
But I think more importantly, with teenagers always think that they're right all the time.
I'm 20.
Well, I'm talking about when he was younger. I explained to him, look, I know that right now you think that you're always right. And when I was your age, I also thought I was always right. But the difference was I actually was. So I don't know. I'm sure that I'm wrong sometimes. It's sort of a family tradition to say, it's not easy always being right. I mean, it's sort of a burden sometimes. And, I wish I was wrong more times, but I'm not. What can I say?
Cue the sad music.
So I have, I put on the poll, is at Ronnie Schnell perfect? Yes or no?
Well.
That's actually a bad poll.
That I am not.
Another thing I wanted to talk about, Rockin', is 2 anniversaries this week. One, your engagement to love expert Stacey Schnell. That's 25th year anniversary of that, so congrats on that one.
Thank you. And
the second one, 30th anniversary of the World Wide Web, so also congrats on that one as well.
Thank you.
So Jeremy had a question.
Okay, there's a great example of why I was wrong, where I was wrong. And I may have mentioned this before in the show. I was on the ARPANET before it became the Internet in 1978. And if anyone asked me through the years, do you think that this would be useful, like to make money on? And I would say, no way. There's no way to make money on. Like, why would anybody want to use this network? And so there's some place where I was completely wrong in the most a huge way.
Maybe I should change my vote and to no on the poll. I put on the poll. I think did I already say that I put that on? Yeah, I already said.
You said it like a minute ago, Jesse.
Yeah, I know. But Rockin, so Jeremy and I had a question about the World Wide Web / Internet. What is the difference between the Internet and the World Wide Web? Is there a difference?
It's a huge difference. So the World Wide Web is usually used to refer to what you get on your browser. So that's using the HTTP protocols. The Internet is actually the network that connects all the computers together. That includes the World Wide Web as well as other ways that they can talk to each other.
And so, like,
which we won't talk about.
So was it like the World Wide Web was harnessed to the Internet, or like how long has the Internet like itself been around?
So the Internet, there was something called the ARPANET, started in 1978. It was created by the government, by the Department of Defense.
Okay.
And it was really only being used by colleges and researchers and the Department of Defense.
And you.
And eventually, I was working at a college at the time at MIT. So eventually, Al Gore introduced a bill that would allow the Internet, it became the Internet, to be used by the public.
Wait. So Al Gore did invent the Internet?
No,
he didn't invent it.
He passed the law.
He made it something that the public could use.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Rockin' Ron was one of the first users of the Internet, and then it's just Al Gore was like, yeah, everybody use it now.
Yeah. I put that bill out.
It used to be like everybody on the Internet, or was the ARPANET at the time, like we all knew each other when it started.
Okay. Interesting.
You, Mark Cuban.
No, not even Mark Cuban yet. But go on.
And then there was who else was there? The guy from Full House, Bob Saget.
Saget.
Lori Loughlin.
What are you talking about?
How did you know Bob Saget and Mark Cuban?
You think that had any? Well,
I thought that had everything to do with the Internet.
Did you hear Max just now reference Lori Loughlin? You know who that is, right?
I heard it. Yes, I do. It's Aunt Becky. Whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Not
Not to be confused with Becky with the good hair.
Let's.
Boo.
Womp womp.
Okay.
I can take a few more questions. Let's hear.
Do we have any more?
Do you have any more questions, Jesse?
I mean, I could talk to Rockin' all day. I think I did have one. Do you personally know Mark Cuban?
Cubes.
I don't. I've never met him in person.
Yes, we did. We met him at the Heat game.
You did. I didn't.
You were there with me.
But, I wouldn't talk to him or anything, but I have traded email with him.
Okay, interesting. How does he email nicely?
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, cool.
I mean, this was back in 2001 or whatever. But
before he was an NBA champion.
LeBron handed him that NBA championship.
Dirk won it for him.
And JJ Barea won
JJ Barea, best player of all time, the GOAT.
I would say he's the BOAT, more like a best player of all time.
The BP,
best of all time. Best of all time.
The BPAT?
The BOAT.
No, the BPAT. Oh, best of all. Okay.
All right, this is going nowhere.
All right, we should let Rockin' go get Jake Santo on the phone.
Okay,
Who are you
Rockin'.
getting?
Jake Santo from Pittsburgh.
Jake's coming on, the Pittsburgh guy.
He's the fourth member of our team.
Yeah, because
You'd
Travis
be
just
excused for not remembering that.
Travis just decided to.
Well, Mallory's becoming the fourth member of your team next year, Jesse.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean,
Yeah, what happened to Travis?
Travis
is
had a family.
MIA.
Travis had a family commitment that he didn't tell me about. I told him that you made a commitment to me, but it's all good.
MIA.
So he totally broke the commitment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's allowed back on the show.
Calling you out, Travis.
I went to IHOP with Travis.
Okay, well, that's really interesting. Thanks, guys. It's great to...
Okay, thank you. Talk to you later.
All right, good day. Bye-bye.
Jake, how you doing in Pittsburgh?
I'm doing all right. Watching the Penguins lose right now, so
Good.
not too good.
The Pens.
Hate the Pens. So Jake,
Malkin.
So Jake, you had
Still on
surgery.
him.
How did it go? Are you doing
Evgeny.
Yeah, the surgery went well. I'm doing much better right now.
better? Okay, you gonna
Good,
be
Jake.
yeah,
Good.
So good prognosis for next year's right now.
Be all good.
Yeah. How are the
wait,
drugs,
wait.
Jake?
I got a
It's
question.
a good question.
Jake, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Panthers recently traded you guys Nick Bukestad and Jared McCann, as well
This is
as
what
a
you're
former
talking about.
a former Panther.
I just asked him how the drugs were.
Erica Branson. How are they
So,
doing? First of all,
goalies.
and second of all, are you tired of Erica Branson yet?
Okay, so McCann, first of all, is playing really well on the first line with Gensel and Crosby. I think that line's done pretty well. Bukestad, I think he's a good third-line center. I don't think Brassard did enough here. I think he was more of a second line.
He obviously
center.
didn't do
I
enough in
think he-
Florida either, and he got traded right away to Denver.
He didn't fit with
Sound,
Pittsburgh, and I
Jeremy.
think Bukestad feels like he needs to prove himself, and I think he knows he has a chance to win something here.
Yeah.
And the Branson hasn't done so bad. I was pretty angry
big.
at the trade
That
at
guy's
first,
big.
but
Yeah.
with with Schultz on the third line defenseman, I don't think they've done too bad. I wasn't really surprised so far. So they've been playing well recently. So we'll see what the future holds.
All
I
right,
really
Jake.
like Branson.
All right, Jake.
Branson.
All right,
Go
Jake.
Branson.
Jake.
Yeah.
So
I really like him.
That-
All the
that's-
girls love him.
that stuff's-
He's apparently a very pretty man.
okay,
Nice.
that stuff's great, but how were the
I'll
drugs?
be the judge of that.
I want to know how the
Okay,
drugs
listen.
were.
I was on Tylenol. That's all I was
That's
on.
it?
I wasn't
That's
on any
lame.
narcotics.
Oh man,
Sorry.
that's unfortunate, man.
Anyway,
Yeah, they didn't give me anything strong.
Jake, okay, so we have this minor league baseball teams names bracket. Jeremy, cue the music. If I can.
Cue the music.
Yeah,
hit it.
What? Hit it.
hit it.
Dora, Dora, Dora.
All right.
It is
So
Saturday, and it is.
okay, yeah, it is Saturday and it is time for Jesse to host. So we have two more regions to fill out here. I'll start off with one of them. So number 1 seed, Rocky Mountain Vibes. Great name.
The vibes. Vibing it.
Jake, you like that name?
We'll see who their competitor is.
16, West Virginia Power. Yeah, that's a good name because Cole. Jake, you like Cole? You
All
don't.
right.
Pirates
heard-
affiliate.
Move on.
Jake, do you like Cole or not? I forgot about this one.
Jake Santo.
The Pirates were the West Virginia Power were a Pirates affiliate, so I wanted to go with them, but they're now a Seattle Mariners affiliate, so I got to go with
That
them.
makes sense.
I'm not a fan of his eyes.
Erica Branson. Yeah, he's got nice hair though.
He looks like a
got a
psycho.
good-
He does.
He kinda- he looks like
he's
a
got some
psycho.
good salad up there. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna go
Good
Very
to
salad.
chiseled jaw.
I'm gonna go to the 2:15 matchup, the Akron Rubber Ducks versus the Tampa Tarpons. It's pretty good.
Akron Rubber Duck. Great name.
Jeremy, keep it playing, please.
know.
Actually,
Rubber Bowl.
Jeremy, you put the Rubber Ducks in twice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know.
Cry?
I just don't know, Jeremy. I don't know what
Move
we're gonna
on.
do about that.
He doesn't
the
look
next
great with a mustache.
I'll just move on. We'll figure it out next week. This has been a disaster, honestly. I don't like this bracket. This is a terrible idea. I'll keep going on about it. It's gonna be my what are we doing?
Ooh, let's find out who he's dating.
3. What's the Florida Fire Frogs versus the 14 Aberdeen Ironbirds?
Does he have a wife?
I don't know. There's a link to a thing that says like, "Who is Erica Branson dating?"
Like if you type in Erica Branson and then go wife, there's a picture of him and his girlfriend.
All
think
right,
Jeremy.
and number 4 seed Hillsboro Hops versus the number 13 Kannapolis Intimidators after
I think
Dale
he's
Earnhardt.
engaged.
I'm on it.
All right, and then we got the 5-12 matchup. That's the Clinton Lumber Kings versus the Lakewood Blue Claws.
Let's see.
Yeah, then we got Omaha Storm Chasers at the 6 seed versus the Missoula Osprey at the 11. Then at the 7-10
Why don't you check his Instagram?
I'm on it.
matchup,
Okay.
we have the Quad Cities River Bandits versus the Inland Empire 66ers.
So it looks like he's at least dating Sarah Sweetnam. I don't know if they're engaged or anything, but I'm still investigating.
I think we
Maybe
have,
we'll have him on the show one time.
we got the 7-10. And I already said that. And then the 8-9 is the Bradenton Marauders and Bowling Green Hot Rod. So that
Is
finishes
that in
up.
Bradenton, Florida?
Yeah, Bradenton, Florida.
Yeah,
They are a Pirates
That's
affiliate.
their high A affiliate.
You know where Bradenton is, right?
Close to
Yeah,
Tampa.
Sarasota.
Yeah, no, not close to Sarasota. It's closer to Tampa than it is to Sarasota.
It's like in the middle.
No, Tampa is a little more north than Bradenton, and then north of Tampa is Sarasota.
Great, Jeremy.
She's a
Jeremy's-
doctor.
Oh, really? Good
Yeah.
for him.
I'm sure she's spitting a lot. All right, now we're gonna go to that last
Jesse's
region
finally
of the.
weighing in on our conversation.
We're gonna have to go to that last region of the
Dennis,
bracket.
actually.
Jeremy, do we just leave the Akron Rubber Ducks in twice?
She posts a lot of picture of teeth.
Yeah, okay, guys. So we're gonna edit the bracket here, and the bracket is going to stay with the Akron Rubber Ducks in at 2 spots, just because we like that name so much, and they should have gotten a 1 seed and were robbed. So we're gonna put them in twice with
Baby Cakes are definitely a number 1 seed.
2 chances of winning the. They are 1 seed, but
Yeah, so that's why they were in a 2 seed.
Yeah, so we're giving the Rubber Ducks a
two number
two 2 seeds so that they have a chance to win twice.
Yeah.
Do you like that plan, Jake?
Sure, why not?
I always
Alright.
look down at the monitor to see if his levels are gonna start going up. I feel like he's hung up like 3 times. He's like contemplating hanging up every couple of minutes.
All right, so he's our resident curmudgeon. So
No, you are.
no, I am not the resident curmudgeon. Jake is much more of a curmudgeon than
Put
me.
it on the poll. Is Jesse a curmudgeon?
Who is more of a curmudgeon?
No. Is Jesse a
No.
curmudgeon? Yes or no?
God. Okay, I'll put that on the poll. But I got to get through this bracket real quick.
Yeah, because
we're-
we got to
we're-
start our what are we doing?
Yeah, so Binghamton Rumble Ponies #1, playing against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. All right. Then we got the 215. That's the Vermont Lake Monsters versus the Columbia Fireflies. And then we got the 8. I'll just go 8-9. Everett Aqua Sox versus 9 Lowell Spinners. Hickory Crawdads is the 5 versus the 12 Las Vegas Aviators. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs 4. State College Spikes 13. Charlotte Stone Crabs 6. Visalia Rawhide 11. Augusta Green Jackets 3.
Did you find
Oh,
anything else? Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Did you find anything else on Erica Branson?
No, nothing
What
else.
about Nick Bukestad and Jared McCann?
All right, I'll get on it.
Yeah, you know how to spell Bukestad?
No clue.
Okay.
Tulsa Drillers the 14, and then the Tri-City Dust Devils 7, and the Idaho Falls Shoe Cars are 10 or Chew
I'm
Cars
just-
or
I'm
whatever.
Is
I'm just
Bukestad
looking up-
playing center for you guys, or is he out on the wing?
I'm just
He's
looking
at
up hockey
center right
player
now.
name,
Okay.
Nick.
All right, got it.
We're really we're really focused on this bracket right now.
Hockey
Yeah,
player
I'm doing
name,
it just to
Nick.
mess
Jake,
with you.
any issues with the committee?
Nick Bukestad. Okay,
Well-
I got it now.
Any issues?
Now, how do you put a team in place? Come on, Jesse. I
Huh?
blame you on this. I don't care.
That's
It's your
Jeremy's
Jesse.
fault. It's Jeremy's
It's your
fault.
fault, Jesse.
Jeremy was doing this because I couldn't handle it.
You should oversee this. You should
I was.
realize they were in place.
Oh, come
Nick
on.
Bukestad is a newlywed.
Oh yeah, I heard
Jeremy,
about
you
that.
can cut the. Oh,
Congratulations.
I've got 4 more teams.
They have
by
a
the way.
wedding website if you want to look at that.
So we have independent league teams as well, and
Just
they're gonna be
245 days ago.
they're gonna be 4 they're gonna be 4 teams that we've decided. We've decided on the Lincoln Salt Dogs, the Joplin Blasters, the Laredo Lemurs. That's a fine.
They've got
And
their
then-
entire weekend plan online.
My all-time personal favorite minor league baseball team name, the Sugarland Skeeters.
Is
so,
that it?
So those will be our first 4 teams that will challenge the other teams that will be included
We'll
in the
post
first
it
4.
on our Twitter
You'll
page.
never
Kinda.
guess what state their wedding was in. Wisconsin.
Minnesota. Oh wow.
I feel like a Wisconsin wedding would be nice in June.
You know
Yeah.
Nick Bukestad went to
Lots of cheese.
Went to Minnesota, right?
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, should
Go for
I have a cheese-themed Wisconsin wedding?
Why?
Because it would be fun. What was that poll you wanted to? Am I a
You have to
curmudgeon?
find a girl first, Jesse.
Oh,
Oof.
no comment on that.
No comment right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see in soon. Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Why so serious?
Yikes.
now? That's
We're back
not-
here on the Why So Serious show with Jesse Morrison and Max Bechtel and Jake Santo on the line. We're ready for What Are We Doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm going to go first this week as my what are we doing is for TSA.
This
I'm
is
with
so
you on this.
stupid.
I'm with
Going-
you on this, Jeremy.
Just show off
I'm
your
with
privilege.
You.
If you're
Show off
I
the
am with
privilege.
you.
Show off the privilege.
if you're going through one of the biggest airports in North America, you have
Which airport was this at?
the Vegas airport.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Stupid.
you're going through one of the biggest airports in North America, you would think they would have TSA pre-check
it was a
set up.
Sunday night late.
Doesn't matter. That's when everybody's flying out.
but when they don't just go
Literally-
through regular so that we get on an earlier flight.
That's literally okay. So I get there and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you a card though, so you can go through without your shoes on." And so that to me means that I don't have to take my laptop out. But here they are searching through my backpack, saying, "Oh, you were supposed to take your laptop out." How was I supposed to know this?
I'm with you.
I don't know. They should have
They-
told you, but
yeah.
you should have just gone through regular security in the first place because we
Well,
could
if I
have
had gone through regular security, I probably would have forgotten to take my
Jeremy,
laptop out.
just
don't
do what the
believe-
rest of the people in the
I
world
don't-
do.
no.
I don't
do what the
believe you-
rest of the people in the
you
world do.
can't-
Everybody
wait.
else does it.
Jesse. Shh. I believe you can't go through
I'm making a
regular
gif out of
security
that.
if you have pre-check though, right?
You can.
I think they make you go over to pre-check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Cause I saw someone last week that they made do that.
Oh.
And he was like, he was yelling to the people he's with. He's like, okay, well, wait up for me when you guys get through before me. And then he got through like
But
10
anyway,
minutes before them.
because of this, we couldn't get on an earlier flight because TSA held us up. So TSA,
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Jesse, you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What are we doing? Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just talk a little bit about this program preview. It's on. So
It's
and-
actually really good if you get the hang
Yeah,
of it.
if you get the hang of it, but like getting the hang of it is pretty hard. You have to like
you know,
well,
this
is what
it's a
what ended
little
up.
kid's Photoshop, right? Just
Yeah.
yeah.
This is what ended up happening though. So what ended up happening was to get the proper font and to get the proper thing going, Jeremy had to copy and paste one team's name all the way down, and then we would have to delete that individual team name and put in another team name. And it's
Not that difficult.
literally, yeah, but it just is so tedious when you just wish you could just run down the line and type them in. And then, you know, that's why this bracket thing was taking so long. I flipped out. I was very angry. But the thing that another thing I want to talk about is people that don't like women's basketball. I mean, come on, people.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
love
have,
women's
We have
basketball. I'm a
been
big women's
We have
basketball
been
fan.
to a bunch of we called a bunch of women's basketball last week, and you know all those people that it's inherent sexism from
some of the best athletes in the world that I've ever seen were at that tournament.
And just saying right now that like it's got to be sexism that causes this.
oh,
Like,
whoops. Oh, I'm sorry.
wait. Should I not get into that conversation?
So serious.
Max, should I stay on this conversation?
I don't know.
Jake, what are we doing for the week? Do you have anything that's bothering you in sports right now?
Yeah, why are we declaring Cleveland Browns the AFC North and AFC champions?
Super Bowl!
Or a game
Definitely going. 14 wins.
Let's go, Browns!
Yeah, Brownies.
They're the Cleveland Browns.
He's a
not the
Steeler.
same
He's
old
a
Browns.
Steelers fan, by the way.
I
Oh,
know.
sorry about losing all your good players.
Yeah.
Wait. Juju Smith-Schuster
Oh, yeah,
and
Juju.
James Conner had about the same production.
James
as
Conner's a
okay.
one-hit wonder.
Juju, part of the
Oh,
tribe.
Definite one-hit wonder.
James Conner runs like a 4.940.
Yeah.
Like all respect to him
Slow.
because like
Slow.
it's amazing what he's overcome. Like all respect to him, honestly. But yeah,
Do it
He's
in the
no
40.
letdown.
Do it in the 40.
I
Yeah.
hope.
still have the best-
honestly,
Yeah, but I love his story. Great guy.
They still have the best offensive line in the AFC, in my opinion, and they still have Ben Roethlisberger.
one of
oh, the
best things-
40-year-old who throws 3-yard passes.
That guy's so
Guys,
good.
One of the best things I saw this week was that they're still paying for Ryan Shazier's medical expenses and
That's
stuff.
good.
That's pretty
That was,
cool.
Yeah,
that
it's
was the
nice.
coolest thing I
Nice
saw
of
this
them.
week.
He still thinks he's gonna play, but
I don't understand.
I
that.
don't know
Stay
if-
away
I don't
from
think he's
football.
gonna play,
If that
man.
ever
Yeah.
happened to me, I
Poor
mean, I'm saying
guy.
I'll play from football
Poor
now. But
guy.
if that ever happened to me, man, wow.
I mean,
Until I see the Cleveland Browns win anything, they're still the Cleveland Browns.
I guess I agree with you, but now they're going to get an offensive lineman in the draft, and it's going
They
to be.
said the same thing about the
Don't be
Cubs,
big
though.
and even healthy. He's played what, like 7 games in 2 years or something like that, or something.
Everyone
hurt.
said about the Cubs. The Cubs, the Cubs. They're just the Cubs.
oh my gosh, man, I'm so tired
Now
of
it's the
Cubs.
Browns.
This is my new. What are we doing? Come on, man. The Cubs fans, they're
Oh,
so
my
freaking
God.
annoying,
Yes.
man. They won one World Series and they think they're the Yankees. Just what are we doing there? Come on. You guys still didn't win a World Series for
Not
like
even
108
not even
years.
a top 15 franchise.
Not
in
at
the
all.
Masters.
Not at all.
Max,
The
real
Orioles
quick.
are a better franchise.
Max, real quick, do you have a what are we doing, or should we go to break?
We can go to break.
Okay.
What about your What Are We Doing?
I don't really have one.
We're gonna come back with
I have
movies and
3.
Max in
All
like, a minute.
See you, Jake. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, Jake.
Sure.
Bryce Harper made his Phillies debut. So
Our favorite athlete, or your favorite athlete? I hate him.
the best athlete.
I don't like Bryce Harper.
Don't say that. We're
Happer.
trying to get him on the show.
Well, too bad. I don't want him.
Good luck.
We're gonna get him on the show because we're tweeting at him every day.
Well, Bryce Harper's on steroids, so there's that.
Okay. Well,
He's been saying this for like 4 years.
I know it's really
Way
it's
more than
really-
4 years.
dude.
But like the 4 years I've known you well, you've been saying
When
this.
you're on steroids, you play a lot better than Bryce Harper. Oh!
Well, we lost Bryce Harper. There we go.
No,
We've got
it's
one
over.
person saying he's on steroids and one person saying he's underachieving so much.
I mean,
that
he's
means he must
overrated,
not be
so
on
there's
steroids.
that.
Jesse,
Way overpaid.
all right. Stop, Jeremy.
Jesse, if Bryce Harper's been on steroids for the last 4 years, it hasn't done anything for you as a Nationals fan. So
I'm not a Nationals fan.
Big
I'm
time
a
Nationals
Baltimore.
fan.
Orioles.
I'm an Orioles fan.
Big time
Yeah.
Nationals
Nats are my
fan.
second favorite team.
Are
But
the
Jeremy,
Orioles gonna get to 30 wins?
So serious.
we already benched Chris Davis. He got benched in the second game of the season. He struck out 3 times in the first game of the season.
He's
not
the only
not
player.
in the lineup.
He's
not in
the
lineup.
only player on the Orioles I've heard of.
You've not heard of Alex Cobb or Andrew Kashner?
who's their manager?
No.
You've heard of Trumbo,
What's
right?
Oh,
that-
Trumbo's on
yeah,
the team?
Trumbo's
Yeah,
on the
I've
team.
heard of him.
He's hurt. He's been hurt for like
What's-
9 years.
What's
but
that
Yeah, I've heard
player's?
of him.
Oh,
He
you guys
used
are
to, like-
losing 1-0 already in the 6th inning.
So okay, so we did all these Bryce Harper polls because we love him so much. Big Bryce Harper guy. Didn't boo the TV when he came on.
I did.
I did too. So is Bryce Harper always swinging for the fences? 80% yes, because he's always swinging for the fences. This is guys, we got it for the first time. An official poll result. Would Bryce Harper be amazing at toy sword fighting? 50% yes, 50% no. Isn't that awesome? We got a 50-51. And
Never
then
Wait,
happened
wait.
before.
we got a back-to-back 50-51.
Never happened before, twice in a row.
Back-to-back 50-50. And does Bryce Harper always decide to walk in parentheses B, like base on balls?
This is the
home
worst poll of the
when
week.
when debating whether you just don't get it, Jeremy. Whether or not to get an Uber. Think about it. Like he's always like when you are debating.
When you have to explain a poll, it's not good.
All right, well 50-50 yes.
My favorite poll: when Bryce Harper walks, does he just debate?
Mine was so much better than this.
When
This is
Bryce Harper
stupid.
walks, does he debate whether to Uber to first base?
No, because he has so much money.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
mine
that not a better poll, Max?
No, mine was better.
Sure.
Why not just use the bullpen cart?
That's a good idea.
That's true, but he.
Well, I'll put that on the poll.
Okay. Will Bryce Harper have the same hair as the Fanatic by the end of the season? 63% said yes. What is at Mr. Matt Kling, who is apparently calling in, more excited about, his job or Bryce Harper? Bryce
Definitely
Harper.
his job.
Because
This
no,
is definitely
Bryce
his job.
Bryce Harper, 74% said Bryce Harper.
And he commented on that actually.
What'd he say?
He said, and I quote, "Everyone else on the Phillies surrounding Harper!" Exclamation
Yeah, he
point.
told me he was like-
exclamation
So
point.
he's not a Harper fan?
I guess he doesn't like him that much. Will Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, another 50-50 poll.
Wow. Never happened before.
Will Bryce Harper and Manny Machado or the entire Marlins team have more home runs this year? Sorry. I ate like an hour ago.
Oh really?
Put that
Harper,
on the poll. Did Jesse eat an hour ago?
no. Harper, Machado, 50-50 with the Marlins. Over under 75% chance Bryce Harper has a check framed in his house somewhere. 62%, 62% over.
How is that not 100?
Another final 50-50 poll. This is insane. This is so insane. We've got like 4 of these.
How many votes are on them?
10.
Oh, okay.
Who
I
is
can't even figure out the password for our Twitter account. This stinks.
Why So Serious show? No, Why So Serious? That's what it is.
Jesse,
Why are you just
set our
giving out the
password on the internet?
We'll just change it. Who is more of a,
What just happened there?
who is more of a Philly guy? I'm gonna change it right after the show. So guys, by the way, if you want to log into our Twitter account, you can for the
Please stop. Please,
remaining.
I'm changing it.
Then you'll sign me out and I can't tweet. Who is more of a Philly guy, at Mr. Matt Kling or Bryce Harper? 70% said Kling. Who is more of a Vegas guy, Bryce Harper or Matt Kling? They're tied because
Oh.
Bryce Harper's from Vegas,
Yeah, and
but
Matt
he's
has
he's
yeah.
Mormon, and Matt's just a Matt likes burgers.
Jesse, you're bringing the fire so far.
Matt likes burgers a lot, so and,
So
you
do
know,
I.
Bryce, I know you like burgers. You had a couple the other night.
One.
One burger, yeah, that's
One
right. You had
burger.
one burger.
I'm not trying to get
Matt had a lot of burgers. I mean, not Matt. Max had a lot of burgers the other night. After he left the place where the other
Settings and
burgers were.
privacy.
Do not change it yet.
Password.
No one's listening to us.
ASU women's basketball loses to Mississippi
No,
State.
we're not done with the polls. Should @Bryce Harper come on the Why So Serious show? 73% said yes. 27% also said yes. Sports talk radio or sports or Bryce Harper. 64% said sports. 9% said sports talk radio, and 27% said Bryce Harper. Would you tune in every time if Bryce Harper's at-bats this season were nationally televised? Yes, no. No won 77% of the vote. More intriguing to watch this weekend, Bryce Harper or Tiger?
Tiger.
40% Harper, 20% Tiger, 40% March Madness.
Is Tiger up 3 right now, Max?
I'll check.
He's playing Rory.
No,
Right?
he's not. He already beat Rory today.
Yeah.
Beat Rory. Ah,
He's playing like
Match play.
some guy that no one's ever heard of.
good shot, Tiger.
Match play.
Tiger.
He is 1 up through 4 over over Lucas Beauregard.
Sit.
Here we go, DJ.
Here we go, Cooch.
Do we have any more polls?
Gosh dang it, Tiger.
Do we have any more polls?
Darn it, Tiger.
Tiger.
Yes, we have more. Should @Bryce Harper come on the Bryce So Serious show again? 50-50 right now. Both yes. Were you upset that Bryce Harper's Phillies did not play today? 67% yes, 33% no. And then,
Already a lot of votes on this poll, by the way.
yeah, 25% have already voted Bryce Harper.
On does Brett
Is this the
Gardner
best
look
thing that
like?
we've ever done on the show?
No.
Is it the stupidest best thing we've ever done on
Yes.
the show? Okay, good.
How you doing? www.barneyouttakes.com.
Finally.
Finally.
He plugs it.
Plugs it. He plugs it on the first part of the show. Normally,
I
it's
mean,
his
here's the
outro.
thing. He bashed us for not doing enough, advertisements of our show, and then he comes on here and forgets to advertise his own website.
Yeah, we always have to shout it out to him. Come on.
Yeah.
That's why I did it first, and also I thought maybe you might hang up on me at some point, so I wanted to make sure to get it in.
We would
No,
never.
no. That's only Jeremy. Only Jeremy.
So what did you think of the women's game yesterday? Did you watch any of it?
As much as I could stomach, and then turned it off eventually because
Yeah.
it was tough to stomach,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Hokie basketball also lost on that tip drill play that literally the guy could have dunked it, but he decided to just try and tip it in and missed it off the front iron.
He had enough time to catch it and put it in. but
Yeah,
it was.
but he tipped it and hit it off the front.
We're getting serious again. Hold on, I got somebody who wants to talk to you. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh.
Hello? This is fake Bryce Harper. How are you?
We're good. We're good.
Yeah,
we finally got you on the show.
Yeah, my agent said that I should call you and ask you to please stop talking about me.
But you're all. I mean, when you make that much money, everybody's going to talk about you. And why don't you just have a bigger, bigger stomach and not just listen to local college radio stations?
Yeah. We have
Stuff.
34 followers. You have like 1 million on Twitter.
Yeah.
Fact check that, Travis.
I think that's about double what
I
you have.
totally
but,
just spaced that.
I'll check it.
Anyway, here's Rockin' Ron.
Thanks,
right,
Bryce.
Thanks, Bryce.
A fake Bryce Harper wanted
Yeah.
to talk to you.
And tell him thank you for his time.
Yeah. Tell fake Bryce Harper thank you for his time.
Say thank you. All right.
Bryce Harper does have
I
1
won't
million
repeat. I
followers.
won't repeat what he said. It wasn't very nice.
It wasn't FCC protocol.
Right.
Did you say that's a clown question, bro?
No comment.
How about the 4-0 Mariners though? The first in the majors right now.
No, they lost last night.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're 3-1. I forgot. They gave up a home run in the
he
ninth
was
inning.
Yeah.
quick on that fast.
They gave up a home run. in the-
Well,
Travis is a Mariners
Travis.
fan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, being from Seattle, and you guys know how the MLB works. The first couple week or so of the season,
Yeah,
and
we
then
pay
after the
attention.
All-Star break, get the
Yeah.
free preview. So I'm sitting there watching the Mariners
Yeah.
game, saying, "Hey, we got a chance to take two out of 4 so far from the Red Sox," and then they blew it in typical Seattle Mariner fashion.
They gave
Oh,
up
man,
a
this is
3-run
really
shot
bad.
in the top of the ninth inning. They were up 6-4.
Yeah, Mitch Moreland's pitch hit. Yeah,
I remember that.
They got out of the eighth.
I was watching it with Jesse.
They got out of the eighth and with a nice double play, but then the ninth came.
Hey,
in.
everyone, know who leads
Yeah.
the MLB in home runs?
Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul
Yeah.
Goldschmidt. Oh, man.
Rockin' Ron.
So,
who does Paul Goldschmidt play for right now? Do you know?
I'm just going to guess by Max's demeanor that it's Milwaukee.
No, Max is a St. Louis
Whoa!
Cardinals fan.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rockin, Guelph, what's the temperature?
4.2,
4.2.
positive 4.2.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
Good, they're back up there.
It's springtime.
Yeah, exactly. It's raining, which is great compared to snowing.
How is it
But, you know,
raining
we've
at
got
4.2 degrees?
4.2 and raining. That's the worst thing ever. I never want to go to Guelph.
It's Celsius. That's why.
So we're at 30 something.
We talking Celsius. We're very, we've got Guelph fever, or maybe it's storm fever, but we swept the first round of the playoffs. So.
Yeah, Travis was able to tell us that
actually,
earlier.
I was going to ask you a question. How do you feel they will fare against the London Knights?
Well, as a Guelph fan, I'm very optimistic.
Very good. Yeah, I know London's traditionally been one of the premier programs in the Ontario Hockey League. So.
I love this. This is my favorite thing that we do every week is talk about the Guelph Storm. So, Rockin, I'm
yeah.
sorry about your Syracuse orange. Because
The women's team. We were very
women's
excited
and
about.
men's.
But he was really excited about the women's team because they had that home series to play. And
Sorry, Rockin.
Yeah, well, I'm just a big Coach Q fan in general, so I was very disappointed. But, I mean, they would have had to go through Gonzaga eventually, but I was hoping they'd make it a little farther.
Yeah, well,
you mean UConn?
You mean Mississippi State? Are we talking men's? Are we talking women's? What are we talking about here?
Women's.
Okay, well, Gonzaga lost in another region. They're not a 1
Does
seed.
the women's team run? Does the women's team run 2-3 zone also?
I don't know this year. It's a good question. Sorry, I don't know the answer.
Yeah, well, I had Syracuse men in my Elite Eight, but that didn't work out.
Really?
I mean, it's kind of a safe bet to go with every year because
they overachieve better than anyone.
They always get to the Elite Eight or Final Four. I mean, it's the Jim Boeheim coach team.
They do really overachieve.
Everyone's like, oh my gosh, what's a zone when they get to the tournament, and play against Syracuse. I'm so confused every year. I'm like, they're really not that good. They don't even have that many good players. Like, why are teams absolutely just clueless against this zone? But this year, I guess the guy
they played Baylor runs his own too.
Yeah, so I guess Baylor knows what they're doing.
Don't forget, and Tyus Battle has declared for the NBA draft as well, Ron.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Bull.
Good call.
Bull.
And
But when Syracuse's zone is on, I mean, it doesn't matter because it's just.
Well, no,
zone.
it was really good this year because they had a lot of length up top, kind of like that Michael Carter Williams team with the big arms and able to cut into those passing lanes.
MCW.
Rookie of the year.
Orlando Magic great.
I just realized that the UConn women have not been in the national championship game in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
They will
that's
this
true.
year.
Not gonna happen.
I thought they were going to lose yesterday. I was watching that game.
Yeah, but they won by like 12 or something.
8.
Yes, close.
8 against
69
by
61.
Oh, nice.
Pac-12, not a good day for women's basketball yesterday.
I mean, Oregon won, so there's that.
It's Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think they're gonna win at all. But I did put them in my Final Four. Probably should have not done that because I think that Mississippi
you root
State.
against them
I
every
think that
game?
Mississippi State's. I think that McAllen's gonna really play well against Hebert. Hebert's not that good.
She
has good post moves.
Final Four, Jesse?
All right, we're really we're mentioning names.
I heard.
We know this
Mallory's
stuff.
Mallory's bracket's wrecked from UNC.
Oh yeah.
Why isn't Mallory in our bracket challenge?
I don't know.
Nobody invited her, I think.
I tried.
Jeremy should have.
But my women's bracket's on 87. I'm in the 87th percentile, Rockin.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not. My women's is doing okay.
You gonna update your bracket for us, Jesse?
My bracket? You guys want to know? Okay, so UNC, I had them losing.
Not really.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do it. Rockin, do you have anything else for us?
Baba Booey to you.
Yeah.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, Baba Booey.